Have you ever poured yourself a glass of milk in the morning, thinking you were doing something good for your bones, only to discover that this very habit might quietly be harming your joints, weakening your bones, and even slowing down your brain as you age? For decades, we've been taught that milk is this magical elixir for seniors, a secret weapon for strong bones, sharp minds, and lasting energy. But here's the shocking truth. Not all milk is created equal. In fact, some of the most commonly consumed milks by older adults may actually do more harm than good. Recent studies have revealed a startling reality. Certain types of milk can trigger inflammation, spike blood sugar, and accelerate bone loss, problems that many of us didn't even realize were linked to our daily glass of milk. So while we've long believed that drinking milk was universally beneficial, the science tells a more nuanced story. Choosing the wrong milk could quietly undermine your health. That's exactly why today's video is so important. I'm going to reveal the 4 types of milk you should absolutely avoid, and the 4 types you should consider drinking every single day to protect your bones, keep your joints flexible, and support a sharp, healthy mind. On top of that, I'll share practical tips for picking the right milk, simple ways to incorporate it into your daily routine, and some lesser-known health secrets that every senior should know. Before we dive in, I have a quick question for you. Where are you watching this video from, and how old are you this year? Are you struggling with muscle weakness or difficulty moving around? Drop your answers in the comments. I'll do my best to respond to each one. Thank you for visiting the channel Senior Health Tips, Healthy Aging. Now let's get started and uncover the milk choices that can truly make a difference in your health. Let's start with the list of silent enemies. The types of milk that many people think are safe, or even healthy, but in reality, quietly harm your health after age 60. Listen closely, because these are drinks that a lot of older adults consume every day without realizing the risks. Number 4. Sweetened almond milk. Sounds harmless, even healthy, a go-to substitute for cow's milk. But the truth is very different. Many store-bought almond milks are loaded with sugar, syrups, flavorings, and stabilizers to improve taste and texture. For people over 60, insulin sensitivity naturally decreases, and artificial sugars in sweetened almond milk are like pouring fuel on the fire. The result? Increased joint inflammation, belly fat, bone loss, and energy crashes. Imagine an older adult drinking 1 glass of sweetened almond milk every day. At first it feels light and enjoyable, but after a few months, belly fat increases, joint aches become more frequent, and fatigue lingers. This is not rare. Recent studies show that regular consumption of sweetened plant-based milks can raise the risk of insulin resistance by nearly 40%. So what's the solution? Simple. Choose unsweetened almond milk fortified with calcium and vitamin D. This trio acts like a superhero team, helping maintain strong bones, healthy muscles, and reducing joint inflammation. You still get the taste of almonds without the hidden burden of sugar and additives. But don't think unsweetened almond milk is the only solution. Wait until we get to number 3. What I'm about to reveal might surprise you, because it involves a type of milk that most older adults trust, but is actually one of the most dangerous enemies for your bones and overall health. Number 3. Unfortified oat milk. Oat milk has become trendy, appearing in nearly every coffee shop and grocery aisle. Creamy, smooth, and marketed as heart-healthy, many older adults assume it's a safe choice. But here's the hidden truth. Unfortified oat milk is one of the sneakiest traps after age 60. The first problem: nutrient gaps. Most unfortified oat milks provide little to no calcium or vitamin D, 2 essential nutrients that protect aging bones. Without them, every sip is essentially empty calories. Over time, this can quietly accelerate bone loss, fatigue, and muscle weakness, especially for seniors already struggling to maintain strength and balance. The second issue is a little-known anti-nutrient called phytate, naturally found in oats. Phytate binds to minerals like calcium, magnesium, and zinc, preventing your body from absorbing them. For someone over 60, whose bones are already losing density and muscles are slowly weakening, this is a silent problem that can worsen with each glass. Consider this real-life example. An older adult who switched to unfortified oat milk for several months reported feeling more fatigued and experiencing slight balance issues. Later, a bone density scan revealed a minor but noticeable decrease in bone mass. This scenario is not unusual. Recent studies suggest that seniors who consume unfortified oat milk regularly may have up to a 30% higher risk of bone density loss and experience increased fatigue or unintentional weight loss. And it doesn't stop there. Many commercial oat milks contain hidden sugars, added oils, gums, and stabilizers to enhance texture. For seniors with slower digestion or sensitive stomachs, these additives can trigger bloating, gas, and discomfort, making mealtime unpleasant and reducing appetite, further robbing the body of essential nutrients. So, what's the safe route? Always choose fortified oat milk that is unsweetened, ideally labeled with at least 25% of your daily calcium and vitamin D per serving. This ensures that every sip is actually contributing to stronger bones, healthier muscles, and steadier blood sugar levels. Pairing it with fiber-rich foods like chia seeds or berries can further enhance nutrient absorption and gut health. But here's the mini hook. This is only the beginning. Number 2 on our list is even more surprising and, for many seniors, potentially more harmful. Number 2. Flavored lactose-free milk. At first glance, flavored lactose-free milk seems like a lifesaver. For many seniors, lactose intolerance starts creeping in after 60. Bloating, cramping, gas. It can make breakfast feel like a challenge. Chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry lactose-free milk promises to solve that problem, right? Unfortunately, it often comes with a hidden cost. Here's the catch. These flavored versions are frequently packed with added sugars, oils, and artificial flavorings. On the surface, it tastes comforting and familiar, but underneath, it can quietly trigger insulin spikes, inflammation, and digestive upset. Think of it as a wolf in sheep's clothing, a product designed to soothe your stomach but ends up fueling health issues that creep in slowly over time. Consider this real-life scenario. A senior friend of mine started drinking a daily chocolate lactose-free milk for 6 months. Initially, it seemed harmless, delicious, easy on the stomach, and satisfying. But after a few months, he noticed his waistline creeping up, and his blood sugar readings became more erratic. Lab tests later confirmed elevated fasting insulin levels. The very drink meant to support his digestion was quietly sabotaging his metabolism and increasing the risk of belly fat, type 2 diabetes, and low-grade inflammation. There's more to worry about. Many flavored lactose-free milks also include artificial sweeteners, stabilizers, and hydrogenated oils to create a creamy, indulgent texture. While these may sound harmless, they have been linked to gut microbiome disruption, thyroid imbalances, and even joint discomfort in sensitive adults. For seniors already facing slower digestion and higher inflammation levels, this can amplify the problems, turning a simple drink into a metabolic and digestive burden. So what's the smart alternative? Stick to unsweetened, unflavored, lactose-free milk. You still get all the benefits, calcium, vitamin D, and protein, without the hidden sugars and oils. To add natural sweetness and flavor, pair it with fresh or frozen fruits like blueberries, strawberries, or a touch of banana. This simple swap supports stable blood sugar, gut health, and joint comfort, all while keeping your metabolism and energy levels steady. If you think number 2 is the worst, brace yourself for number 1, the true silent destroyer that many seniors unknowingly consume every day. What's coming next will completely change the way you view your morning glass of milk. And trust me, it's something you do not want to miss. Number 1. Ultra-pasteurized A1 cow's milk. Now, if you thought the previous milks were concerning, brace yourself, because the #1 silent saboteur in many seniors' diets is ultra-pasteurized A1 cow's milk. This is the milk most of us grew up with, the familiar gallon sitting in the fridge, comforting and seemingly harmless. But for those over 60, it can quietly wreak havoc on your body. Here's why. A1 beta-casein, the primary protein in conventional cow's milk, has been linked in multiple studies to gut inflammation, digestive distress, joint pain, and even cognitive decline. As we age, our digestive system slows down, our stomach acid decreases, and the tiny inflammatory signals triggered by A1 protein can ripple through the body. Over time, this may weaken bones, increase stiffness in joints, and cloud mental clarity. It doesn't stop there. Ultra-pasteurization heats milk to very high temperatures, well above regular pasteurization, which denatures delicate proteins and destroys beneficial enzymes. For seniors, this means poorer nutrient absorption and more bloating or discomfort after a simple glass of milk. Combine that with traces of hormones, antibiotics, and residues from GMO feed present in conventional milk, and you've got a perfect storm that subtly accelerates aging, reduces mobility, and increases fracture risk. Let me share an example. One of my patients, a 68-year-old retiree, had been drinking a glass of ultra-pasteurized A1 milk every morning. He experienced mild bloating, stiffness in his knees, and occasional brain fog. After switching to A2 milk, he noticed within weeks that his digestion improved, joint discomfort eased, and he felt mentally sharper. This change might seem small, but for seniors it can make the difference between staying active and feeling weighed down by age-related issues. So what's the solution? The key is to choose milk that avoids the A1 protein. Options include A2 cow's milk, goat milk, Kefir, or fortified almond milk. Each of these provides essential nutrients like calcium and vitamin D without triggering inflammation, while also supporting bone strength, joint flexibility, and overall vitality. Don't worry, coming up next, we'll uncover the true superhero milks. These are the ones that can actually strengthen your bones, protect your brain, and boost your energy every single day. Trust me, you won't want to miss these life-changing choices. Now it's time to step over to the brighter side. The allies that can actually support your health. These are the milks that, when consumed wisely, can help strengthen your bones, support your muscles, keep your joints flexible, and even protect your brain. Let's start with number 4. Goat milk. Goat milk might not be the first choice that comes to mind. It's not as trendy as almond or oat milk, and many seniors overlook it completely. But here's the secret. Goat milk is naturally rich in A2 protein, which is gentler on the digestive system and far less likely to trigger inflammation than the A1 protein found in most conventional cow's milk. For seniors, this can mean fewer digestive issues, less bloating, and smoother nutrient absorption. The benefits don't stop at digestion. Goat milk is packed with calcium, phosphorus, zinc, and selenium, minerals that are essential for maintaining bone density, muscle function, and immune resilience. Selenium in particular is often overlooked, but is crucial for thyroid health, mood regulation, and antioxidant defense, helping your body stay resilient as you age. Let me give you a real-world example. One of my patients, a 70-year-old retired teacher, had been struggling with mild gut inflammation and frequent fatigue. After switching from regular cow's milk to goat milk for a few weeks, she noticed her digestion improved, bloating decreased, and she felt more energetic. More importantly, her lab tests showed better calcium absorption, which directly supports bone strength, a critical factor for seniors trying to maintain independence. How should you use goat milk? Ideally, choose pasteurized full-fat goat milk without added sugars or flavorings. Avoid ultra-pasteurized varieties because excessive heat can destroy some of the delicate nutrients and enzymes. You can enjoy it warm with a sprinkle of cinnamon or turmeric for a soothing bedtime drink, or pour it over oatmeal, granola, or buckwheat cereal for a gut-friendly, nutrient-packed breakfast. Goat milk is already impressive, but wait until we get to number 3. You're about to discover a milk option that might surprise you even more with its health benefits. Next up on our list of health allies is number 3, unsweetened almond milk. But don't underestimate it just because it's plant-based and light. For seniors, this milk can be a quiet powerhouse that nourishes both the body and the mind. Let's start with the basics. Unsweetened almond milk is lactose-free, meaning it's gentle on the stomach for those who struggle with dairy digestion. It contains very little sugar, so it won't trigger the sharp blood sugar spikes that can lead to fatigue, weight gain, or even inflammation. More importantly, when you choose a calcium and vitamin D fortified version, each glass becomes a potent support for your bones, critical as we age, and our bone density naturally declines. But the benefits go beyond bones. Almond milk is rich in vitamin E, a fat-soluble antioxidant that helps protect cells from oxidative stress, supports joint health, and even contributes to brain health. Magnesium, also present in good amounts, ensures muscles contract properly and nerves fire efficiently, helping with balance, coordination, and overall energy. Together with calcium and vitamin D, these nutrients work like a team of guardians for your skeletal and muscular systems. Let me share a practical example. One of my patients, a 68-year-old retired nurse, switched from sweetened cow's milk to unsweetened fortified almond milk. Within a few weeks, she reported more stable energy levels, reduced joint stiffness, and better digestion. She also started adding it to her morning smoothies with blueberries and flax seeds, turning a simple beverage into a joint and brain-friendly powerhouse. You can also use it for chia pudding, overnight oats, or pour it over cereal to make a nourishing breakfast that supports long-term health. Unsweetened almond milk is already incredible for bones and joints, but number 2 on our list doesn't just stop there. It's even more powerful for your brain. You won't want to miss this one. Coming in at number 2. Kefir, a fermented milk that may just be the unsung hero in senior nutrition. For many, kefir might look like a drinkable yogurt, but don't let appearances fool you. Inside that little bottle lies a living powerhouse of over 30 probiotic strains. These tiny microbes are absolute game changers for your gut health, and as we know, a healthy gut is the foundation for strong bones, resilient muscles, and a sharp mind. Here's why kefir matters after 60. As we age, nutrient absorption slows down, inflammation tends to rise, and even simple digestion can become a challenge. By introducing a diverse community of probiotics, kefir helps your body absorb essential minerals like calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus more effectively, directly supporting bone strength. Studies show that seniors who consumed kefir daily for 12 weeks experienced greater diversity in their gut microbiome, improved calcium uptake, and stronger bones. On top of that, many reported better balance and coordination, translating into a tangible reduction in fall risk, a real concern for older adults striving to maintain independence. Let's make it relatable. One of my patients, a 72-year-old retiree, swapped her morning coffee for a small glass of unsweetened kefir every day. Over 3 months, she noticed less bloating, more energy, and even a subtle improvement in how her knees felt during her walks. The probiotics not only helped her digestive system, they quietly supported her joints and muscles, making everyday movement smoother and safer. Pairing kefir with a handful of berries or chia seeds can amplify its benefits, creating a mini meal that feeds both your gut and your bones. Here's the takeaway. Kefir isn't just a trendy beverage. It's a functional super drink for seniors, addressing inflammation, nutrient absorption, and balance all at once. And here's a little teaser for you. The number 1 milk on our list is something most older adults have never heard of, but it may be the single most important milk you can introduce into your daily routine. Finally, we arrive at number 1, A2 milk, a milk that most older adults haven't even heard of. Yet it might be the single most transformative choice for your health after 60. Unlike regular cow's milk, which contains A1 beta-casein protein that can trigger low-grade inflammation, digestive discomfort, and even interfere with nutrient absorption, A2 milk contains only A2 beta-casein, a protein your body can digest more smoothly. Why does this matter so much for seniors? As we age, our gut lining becomes more sensitive. Nutrient absorption slows, and inflammation can creep in quietly. By switching to A2 milk, your body can absorb calcium, vitamin D, and other critical minerals much more efficiently, which directly supports bone density, muscle function, and even cognitive health. It's a subtle shift, but one that can ripple through your body in profound ways. Here's a practical example. One of my patients, a 68-year-old woman who struggled with bloating and occasional joint stiffness, switched her morning glass of conventional milk to a small serving of full-fat A2 milk. Within just a few weeks, she noticed reduced bloating, steadier energy throughout the day, and easier movement when walking or climbing stairs. Over months, her bone density tests showed signs of improvement, and she reported feeling mentally sharper and more alert. A2 milk isn't just about bones, it's about overall vitality. The high-quality protein supports muscle repair and retention, critical for seniors looking to maintain mobility. Meanwhile, the naturally digestible fats aid in nutrient absorption, and trace nutrients like B12 and iodine help sustain brain function and hormone balance. For someone over 60, this is not a small thing. It's a daily habit that quietly protects independence, strength, and cognitive clarity. Here's a simple way to integrate it. Pour a glass over steel-cut oats for a bone-friendly breakfast. Blend with low-sugar berries for a brain-boosting smoothie, or enjoy warm before bed to soothe the nervous system and nourish your bones overnight. It's versatile, gentle on the stomach, and loaded with benefits your body will actually use. You'll be amazed how just this one small change, switching to A2 milk, can have an outsized impact on your health after 60. Sometimes the simplest adjustments make the biggest difference, and this might be the easiest step towards stronger bones, healthier joints, and a sharper mind. Let's dive into how to bring these powerhouse milks into your daily routine in ways that are not only delicious but also strategically support your bones, muscles, joints, and gut health. This is where the magic happens. Small, thoughtful combinations that make a real difference over time. First up, anti-inflammatory smoothies. Grab a glass of unsweetened, calcium-fortified almond milk and blend it with a handful of chia seeds and your favorite berries. Blueberries, raspberries, or blackberries all work beautifully. Chia seeds provide omega-3 fatty acids, which naturally calm inflammation, while berries deliver antioxidants that protect brain cells and joints. Together with almond milk's vitamin E and magnesium, this simple smoothie becomes a morning ritual that feeds your bones, muscles, and mind simultaneously. One of my patients, a 70-year-old gentleman who often complained of joint stiffness, reported that having this smoothie 3 times a week significantly reduced his morning soreness within a few weeks. Next, for a bone-strengthening breakfast, try combining goat milk with oatmeal and a sprinkle of almond or pumpkin seeds. Goat milk is rich in calcium, phosphorus, and selenium, which are critical for maintaining bone density, while oatmeal adds fiber and keeps blood sugar steady. Toss in a few nuts for additional magnesium and healthy fats. This combination not only keeps you full and energized, but also supports mineral absorption, helping your bones remain strong as you age. Seniors who switch to this breakfast regularly often notice better mobility and fewer energy crashes throughout the morning, a subtle but impactful improvement in everyday life. Finally, don't underestimate the power of kefir for gut and immune health. Pair a small serving of unsweetened kefir with fresh fruit, like kiwi or strawberries, for a naturally sweet, probiotic-rich snack. Kefir contains more than 30 strains of beneficial bacteria, which help improve nutrient absorption, calm inflammation, and even support balance and muscle coordination, key factors in reducing fall risk. In one study, seniors who incorporated kefir into their diet for just 12 weeks had stronger bones, improved gut diversity, and better overall mobility. It's a gentle, practical way to keep your digestive system thriving while giving your bones and muscles the nutrients they need. These simple, real food combinations aren't just tasty. They're like a daily health upgrade. A few minutes in the kitchen that pay off in stronger bones, smoother digestion, and more energy for the activities you love. Let's talk about smart milk choices. Because after 60, the milk you pick can either quietly support your health or silently work against it. It all starts with reading labels. I can't stress this enough. Avoid added sugars, artificial flavors, and hydrogenated oils. Even a healthy milk with a fancy label can be packed with hidden ingredients that spike your blood sugar, trigger inflammation, or upset your digestion. One patient of mine, a 68-year-old woman, thought she was making a smart switch to flavored lactose-free milk. But after 6 months of daily consumption, she noticed weight gain around her midsection and more joint stiffness. Once she switched to an unsweetened, unflavored option, combined with small doses of vitamin D and K2, she began seeing steady improvements in energy and bone health. Next, consider the processing. Choose lightly pasteurized milk whenever possible, and avoid ultra-pasteurized options. Ultra-pasteurization heats milk to very high temperatures, which can denature delicate proteins and destroy beneficial enzymes. For seniors, this makes digestion harder and may reduce the absorption of key minerals like calcium and magnesium. Lightly pasteurized milk, or minimally processed alternatives like goat milk, kefir, or A2 milk, can provide the nutrients your body actually uses without triggering inflammation or bloating. And don't forget about nutrient synergy. If your diet is low in vitamin D or K2, consider fortified milks or small, safe supplements. These vitamins act as directors for calcium, ensuring it reaches your bones instead of accumulating in arteries. Many seniors are deficient without realizing it, which can silently accelerate bone loss and reduce joint flexibility. Combining milk rich in calcium with D and K2 isn't just smart. It's one of the simplest, most effective steps to stay mobile, strong, and mentally sharp. Just implementing one of these small changes, reading labels carefully, choosing lightly pasteurized options, or adding vitamin D and K2, puts you ahead of the majority of older adults when it comes to protecting your bones, muscles, joints, and brain. Imagine turning a daily habit as simple as pouring a glass of milk into a strategic, health-boosting ritual. It's a small shift, but the long-term payoff can be huge. Stronger bones, smoother digestion, and a sharper mind day after day. And here's the best part. You don't need a complex routine. With a little attention to labels and processing, the milk you choose can become a daily ally, not just a drink. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the enemies and superheroes of milk we've explored today. From sweetened almond milk, unfortified oat milk, flavored lactose-free options, to ultra-pasteurized A1 cow's milk. These are the ones quietly sabotaging your bones, joints, and even your brain if consumed regularly after 60. On the other side, we have your true allies: goat milk, unsweetened fortified almond milk, kefir, and A2 cow's milk. These are the superhero drinks that can calm inflammation, improve calcium absorption, support muscle function, and sharpen cognitive health. Here's the key message I want you to take away. Every single glass of milk is a choice that directly affects your long-term health. It's not just a habit. It's a small daily decision that compounds over time, shaping your strength, mobility, and mental clarity. One seemingly small swap can make a remarkable difference in how your body feels, moves, and thinks. So here's your action step. Look inside your fridge today. What milk are you actually choosing? If your goal is strong bones, flexible joints, and a sharp mind, now is the time to make the switch. Even starting with one healthier option can set you on a path toward better overall well-being. I also want to hear from you. Share your experiences in the comments. Which milk have you tried, and how did it make you feel? Did you notice a difference in energy, digestion, or joint comfort? Let's create a conversation that helps all of us learn and make smarter choices together. Because the right milk isn't just a beverage, it's a daily habit that can protect your independence, vitality, and confidence as you age.